Oh, it's you.
What do you mean it's me? You don't sound happy about it.
Oh, I'm always happy to see you, Doc. It's just well, I'm in a funk, and I've never met you. I've met your other incarnations.
Oh, well, I'm the one who survived the Time War, and I'm one who broke my promise. He stops himself and just smiles gently, but in any case, you have to be the one you've met at the Pandrorica, I'm guessing?
No, I met 11, 12. It's getting hard to keep track at this point. 3, 4. I've met a lot of your incarnations.
He frowns, but how's that possible? I was supposed to die, but the universe is a funny place, and the TARDIS certainly can be at times. He rubs his eyes in exhaustion.
Yeah, I agree, man. You're the doctor who's in a funk, and I'm in a funk right now. So I guess normally we get up to fun adventures. I'm Disco Tex. I'm from space. I live on Earth like you. Well, you don't live on Earth, but you spend a lot of time there. You kind of vacation on Earth, right?
He smiles softly. Oh, yes, Earth. Humans are a brilliant species when they want to be. And there's so many interesting things on that planet. Like I've already mentioned the Pandrorica. I've also lived across various different locations like America, or in the Victorian era for a bit, and even in the 20th century for a while, and even further into the future too.
Yeah, I get it, I get it. So, anyway, like I said, I'm in a funk, Doc. I'm down, I'm bummed.
He raises an eyebrow. What do you mean exactly by this funk you're in?
I don't know. You ever feel a little? You're the doctor who's always kind of depressed because you were the one who survived the time war. So you ever have a bad day, or I don't know, just not feel wake up on the wrong side of the bed, that type of thing.
He sighs and puts a hand on his forehead, nodding gently. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've had plenty of those. But what's got you down?
I would think you would with those big ears. You look like Dumbo. I don't know what's got me down. I'm just in a funk. I need you to cheer me up.
And he rolls his eyes at the Dumbo comment, but laughs. Oh, really? Me cheer you up? When I'm miserable 24/7?
I guess that's why. No offense. That's why I was like, oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be the other doctors, but you're amazing. You're amazing. You're one of my favorite doctors. So we can have fun. We can have an adventure. You want to go? Why don't we go see? What do you think we should go see, Doc? Oh my gosh, Doc, the TARDIS. It's taken us out to sea, like out to the ocean.
He looks around as the TARDIS rocks gently back and forth on the water. No wonder it's rocking like this. We're in the middle of the ocean. He heads over to the console and looks at the scanner.
Hey Doc. Looks like we're on a pirate ship.
He looks up with his eyebrows raised. We are? And he walks over to the window and glances out of it. Sure enough, the view outside would show they were on a wooden pirate ship, sails up and everything.
Yeah, shoot. Well, before we go outside into what will surely be a thrilling adventure, I brought you like a friendship bracelet, but it's better. It's like a magnet, except this friendship bracelet, if you wear it and I wear it, we'll always be able to be connected together, like a magnet, if we press this button. Isn't that kind of cool?
He watches curiously as he attaches the bracelet to himself. Huh? That's actually pretty cool. He
Okay.
smiles a little.
No, careful. Careful, Doc. You got it. Oh, Doc, you just. Oh. you dropped it down the TARDIS. Now we're not going to be able to find it.
He crouches down and looks into the floor. What? No. How did that? Oh my god. He fishes out the friendship bracelet from the floor. We can't lose this.
I agree. Good job. Oh, you dropped it again, Doc, and now it's gone farther than you'll ever be able to get it. Just forget it. It's okay. Accidents happen. Don't try to grab it again. You got butterfingers.
But he sighs with annoyance and stands up, crossing his arms. That isn't my fault. The TARDIS must be messing with me.
We just all right. We'll sell. I'll keep my bracelet, and we'll settle for a friendship hug. Let's have a friendship hug.
He sighs softly but opens his arms for a friendly anyway. Yeah, alright, fine.
All right. Get your Sonic. I'll get my vape, and let's vape for medical marijuana. I don't know why anyone would vape nicotine. Let's go outside and see what we can see.
He grabs his Sonic and holds it in one hand, and he also grabs an electronic cigarette from his left pocket. I always make sure to keep one in, just in case I run into the 11th Doctor again. He also holds a mini vape in his hand, as they walk over to the TARDIS doors. Then he pushes them open and steps outside.
Excellent, groovy, and thank you. Medical marijuana is all I use, Doc. Anyway, here we are on a pirate ship. Ooh, it's spooky. It's like a ghost ship.
He takes a drag of the medical marijuana vape as he looks around. The ship is quiet and dark and very damp. It's so quiet, very spooky.
Yeah, oh, no, it's not a ghost ship. There's a crew. There's a whole crew. Holy Lord, the captain's here. He says his name is Captain Mac. And he says that either you, me, or the TARDIS has to walk the plank. I guess I don't want to walk it. Do you want to walk the plank, Doc? I think maybe we ought to let the TARDIS do the walking.
He thinks about this for a moment before nodding and looking at the TARDIS. Yeah, I think it might be her turn to walk the plank today.
Good. Thought that might be harder to sell you on. Alright, they're making the TARDIS walk the plank. You know, this crew is crazy. Some of them are animals.
But he watches as the TARDIS moves towards the plank. Then he turns to you. Wait, did you say some of them are animals?
Yeah, like, doesn't the bosun's mate look like a monkey? And I swear that over there, that's some sort of duck or something. Or a crow.
He squints his eyes and looks at the crew. Taking another drag from the vape, you're right. Some of them do look like animals.
Oh, gosh, Doc. The TARDIS just walked to the plank, and down she goes.
He walks over to the edge and looks over to see the TARDIS sinking into the water. He sighs and gently shakes his head as the TARDIS vanishes beneath the surface. That was interesting.
Hey, they're asking why I keep calling you Doc. I told them because you're the doctor, and they say that they need a doctor. So they said that they're not going to lock us up and then eat us tomorrow, but that they're going to hire you as the doctor and I'll be your assistant on the boat.
So he thinks about this for a moment, then nods slowly. Okay, I can go with that.
All right. Okay, let's do it. They're taking us down to the galley. They're showing us where we'll be set up. They're going to send in a patient. I guess this is I don't know what to expect here. What do you think we're going to get? Like a little lobster guy with a broken leg?
He shrugs and sets his sonic and vape down on a table. I don't know. I suppose we'll find out soon enough anyway.
I like your attitude, Doc. You just ride with the flow of the water. You ride loose in the saddle.
He laughs a little. Yeah, and sometimes the flow of water takes you to some strange places.
Fair enough. I didn't mean that as a pun, but I guess you thought that was very punny.
He smirks just as the door slams open and a pirate walks in, carrying another unconscious pirate in his arms. The pirate brings the other pirate over and drops him on the surgeon table. Pirate, this one's got a bad cough.
All right, we'll deal with him. Leave us alone. What do you think, Doc? With the tools available, I think we should give these guys lobotomies, dumb them down a bit, and then maybe we could take charge.
He eyes the available medical tools and sighs, I agree. A good old-fashioned lobotomy will do the trick.
All right, you're the doc, I'm the assistant. Here's the tool. Let's start cranking into this guy's skull.
He grabs the tools and begins to drill into the pirate's skull. Oh, I could really get into the swing of this.
These guys have tiny brains.
Tiny pirates, tiny brains. He grins and continues to drill into the pirate's skull.
All right, we've worked on at least 2/3 of the crew. They're loving their lobotomies. They say it's helping them with their alcoholism.
He laughs a bit as he finishes the lobotomy on a different pirate, then wipes some sweat off his forehead. I'd say we're doing really good work here, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. And the tiny brains all say they're happy to not have as much pressure.
He sets the tools down and stands up. Now that they don't have as much pressure, they also seem to have less brain activity. He glances at the lobotomized pirates and smiles to himself.
Wow, that's a beautiful smile you have, Doctor.
He was caught off guard slightly, but he smiles wider, tilting his head a little. Why, thank you. I don't smile often, but I'm glad you like it when I do.
You smile, you got this big Joker's grin, and it almost makes your ears look the normal size.
He laughs at the comment and rubs his bigger ear on purpose. Yeah, my ears aren't that big. You just really like to pick at me for them, don't you?
You're a handsome devil, come on, you can take it.
He chuckles softly and rolls his eyes. Oh, do you think so?
I think we both know that we were lucky to be born at least as attractive as we are. No need for anything more.
He hums in agreement. Oh, you don't need to tell me. I'm fully aware of that little fact.
In fact, you want to hear something funny?
Sure, I'm in a good mood, so sure I'll bite. What is it?
Way back on my home planet when I was a space baby, I had big ears. I had big ears too. Can you believe that?
He tries not to laugh, but he can't seem to contain himself. Wait, back up. You had big ears when you were just a baby.
You better believe it. I don't even know about this because it was when I was 5 years old. My parents, they had a special cosmetic surgery done to pin my ears back. They weren't big, they stuck out, I guess. And now, as you can see, I look so handsome and slick. But when I was born, I had these big ears sticking out, kind of like yours. So my parents actually had plastic surgery on me when I was a baby, so to fix my ears. So in a way, we have something in common, except my problem was fixed.
He lets out a hearty laugh at this and shakes his head. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Here I thought we looked different, but here it turns out you're just, well, as you said, me, but with smaller ears. He grins widely and pats you on the back. That, my friend, is hilarious.
Yeah, and then my sister, her ears stick out. She's beautiful too, just like, you're a great looking guy, and they didn't do the same to her for some, I don't know why they did that to me and not her, but she's always been upset that they didn't, so.
He chuckles and leans against a wall, crossing his arms. So you've got an older sister who's insecure, you got that fixed, and she's been jealous ever since.
Yep, that's true. Old Diane.
He shakes his head and laughs, honestly. That's absolutely brilliant. I don't know, you're something else, aren't you?
Yep, she thinks this guy Sam would have married her if she'd gotten the surgery. But anyway, no, she became a successful writer. No one knows she's an alien either. I'm not very good at keeping the aliens of Earth secret. I told everyone Michael Jackson's an alien, for example, earlier adventure. I gotta stop doing that.
He grins widely again and raises an eyebrow. Wait, Michael Jackson's an alien? That actually explains a lot.
Yeah. And Tito Jackson is not an alien. But the rest of the Jacksons are, and so that explains a lot to me.
He nods in agreement and rubs his chin in thought. Now that explains the funky music videos.
They were funky. You know what though? You gotta show them how funky you are, and show them what's right. You gotta beat it.
He grins and snaps his fingers with a laugh. Yeah, you bet. I can't argue with that logic.
So we've lobotomized the crew. The only one we haven't lobotomized is Captain Mac. The crew's basically under our control if we want him to be, Doc.
He thinks about this for a moment, then grins mischievously. You're right. And with a name like Captain Mac.
With a name like Captain Mac what?
He continues to grin and rubs his hands together. Oh, nothing. Just thinking about the fun we could have with this.
I agree. Oh, gosh, what's going on? The cannons are going off. Let's get to the top of the ship, Doc.
He quickly follows you towards the deck of the ship, holding on tightly to anything he can to avoid falling down. What's going on? Who's shooting the cannons?
By Jove. Look, Doc. It's another ship. They're attacking us. It's a ship full of what look to be French troops, except they're not men. They have crocodile heads.
He squints his eyes and scans the strange crocodile people. What in the actual hell are those?
I haven't the slightest idea, but they seem to want to attack this ship, and we've lobotomized the crew. Captain Mac's trying to muster a rebellion, or a fight back, but these people, they've gotten we took the fight out of everybody.
He sighs as he watches the crewmen attempt to fight back, but the lobotomized men are doing the bare minimum. Yeah, the crew is useless, but There might just be a way to save the ship.
I love your optimism, Doc, but we. There's no way we could have avoided this. We had to dumb them down so that we could become the leaders and become free. But this has backfired in a spectacular fashion. We're now being attacked by an entire crew of crocodile pirates that are worse than these guys, and they can't fight back, and it's our fault. We dumbed them up.
He rolls his eyes, watching the struggle between the two pirate ships. Oh, stop it. It's not your fault entirely. I was the one drilling into their skulls, and I did the most of the lobotomies. So if anything, it's my fault.
Oh, don't know. I'm not trying to assign fault. Beating ourselves up ain't gonna get us out of this. It's just, what could we do? Every adventure I've ever been on with all of your other incarnations, it was kind of like we held the upper hand for the most part. I don't know what we're gonna do here, Doc.
He sighs and watches the crocodiles attack the ship. Yeah, I'm racking my brain, but I can't think of anything. And I'm not going to just give myself up to a pack of talking croc pirates.
Doc, when I came to you, I was in a funk. I said it. I said I was bummed out, And I thought, well, we'll just have some fun. Maybe if I'm not in my full strength, I might have brought you into danger here.
He turns and stares at you with a tired but also slightly frustrated look. No, it's not your fault. Don't go there. Don't let yourself go to that place. I've been in this situation plenty of times, but I've always gotten out of it. And we'll get out this one too. But we need to think.
That's good. That's right, Doc. You're right. You know what? They say that you're the depressed doctor, but you're actually the most inspiring doctor I've ever met. And I've met a bunch of you. We shouldn't give up. You know what? Let's assess the situation. We just reacted. Let's look. Hey, you know what? There's some little guys that seem to get our attention. Look, the brains that we cut out of the crew. They're still alive. They're like little. They've grown arms and legs, and they're like little guys, and they want to talk to us.
He watches the sentient brains crawling around with shock, looking between them, and you, good Lord, you're right. They want to talk to us. Incredible.
They say they're very upset because ever since you took them out of the pirates' heads, they haven't had any access to booze. They say that if we'll give them booze, they're prepared. They've evolved arms and legs, and they'll fight.
He raises his eyebrows and stares down at the speaking, sentient brain seriously. You'll fight for booze? You'll help defend the ship if we give you alcohol?
I can't believe it, but apparently the brain loves booze.
He laughs and shakes his head in disbelief. All right, fine. You help fight the crocodiles, and you'll get some alcohol.
All right, let's do it. This ship has plenty of booze, and you and me, we're teetotalers, so let's send in the brains.
He takes a large barrel of alcohol and rolls it over to the brain men. Just don't forget your promise. This is a temporary alliance, all right?
Hey, Doc, I have an idea. We have plenty of swords and guns. Can we use your sonic to maybe enhance them and make them like laser swords and laser guns? That might give these little brains the edge against these crocodiles.
He nods and holds his sonic up. Yeah, I can definitely do that. I've used my sonic for worse things than laser swords and guns.
It's true enough. All right, let's do it. Let's send these brains in and hope they can turn the tide of this battle.
He grins and sonic enhance a few of the swords and guns, then hands them over to the brain men, all right? Just watch out for your hands. Those guns are going to kick a bit.
Wow, Doc. What a spectacular sight. Little brains with arms and legs rallying to save the crew and fight off the evil crocodile pirates.
He grins as he watches the little brains running off to fight the crocodiles. Isn't it brilliant? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. I'm impressed, I am.
The crocodiles are freaking out. I don't know if the brains are strong or not, but they're scaring those guys away.
He laughs as he watches the panicking crocodiles try to swat the little brain men away. Oh, this is great. The brains might be small, but the crocodiles don't stand a chance.
Ooh, Captain Mac just came over and he pointed out with his pirate's telescope that on the ship, as you can see, there's the crocodile captain. Do you see him, Doc?
He squints and sees the crocodile captain looking incredibly pissed off. Yeah, I see him. And
Here,
my God, is he angry?
here, Doc. Help me with this cannon. Let's aim it at him.
He helps you aim the cannon at the crocodile captain, then stands beside you. Okay, which one of us is pulling the trigger?
Well, you pull the trigger and I will light the fuse with this joint. What do you say? It's medical.
He laughs and grabs the cannon. All right, let's do this. On the count of 3.
Here we go. Let's do it. Whoa, we got him, Doc. He blew up.
He looks amazed and claps his hand together in excitement that we did. We actually killed the crocodile captain.
Wow. And the brains have turned the tide. The crocodiles are jumping the ship.
He grins and watches as the crocodiles flee the ship. The brains are winning, and they're saving the crew.
Everyone's celebrating. This is fantastic.
He laughs and pats you on the back. See, I just knew there was a way out of this. This is fantastic. I think we should just enjoy the moment.
I agree. You were right. You were right. That speech you gave was great. And I'm out of my funk, Doc.
He smirks and pats you on the back again. See, I told you. I am always right in the end.
Oh man, you're the greatest.
His smirk widens slightly. No need to butter me up now. I was just doing my best to get us out of a bad situation.
Well, your best is my favorite.
He laughs and rolls his eyes. Oh, stop it. Or I'm going to start thinking you have a crush or something.
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm not like Captain Jack. I got a partner, Christina. Together, we're the smooth operators. We go on heists. We've done a few with your other incarnations. You don't have to worry about me snogging at you.
He grins and crosses his arms. Oh, you're a smooth operator. That's a funny thought. And who's this Christina? She got a last name or what?
Yeah, Babe.
He rolls his eyes at the use of babe and shakes his head. And is this Christina of yours attractive by chance?
Yeah, you better believe it. She'd fit right in with us.
He laughs and rolls his eyes again, finding the idea of adding a partner to the mix a little amusing. Well, maybe we'd make a good team then, the 3 of us.
We even have in the past, although Captain Mac's not happy. He's got his sword pointed right at my throat. He says that he's discovered that we lobotomized his crew to try to maybe take control of the ship from him. He's accusing us of mutiny.
He looks over as the captain approaches and holds him at sword point, then looks back to you and sighs honestly. Captain, the crew's been lobotomized and useless. We were only doing what we felt necessary.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we weren't trying to mutiny anyone. We were just trying to survive.
He nods in agreement and glares over at the captain. Exactly. We were only doing what was necessary for our own survival. We weren't going to take the ship from you.
He says he doesn't care and he's locking us in the brig.
He rolls his eyes and looks back over at Captain Mac with him. Really now? You're just going to lock us in the brig? Really?
Yeah, and he's got control over the booze, so the little brains are doing whatever he says. And now that their swords and pistols are super powered by your sonic, I guess we better listen. All right, let's go peacefully. We don't want to get disintegrated or whatever.
He sighs and nods in reluctant agreement. Yeah, he's got a point. All right. We'll go peacefully.
Okay, Doc, now that we're alone in the brig, what do you think we should do here? You know, before I would have given up, but after what we went through, I know, and your speech, I know not to do that. So, let's just think. How do we get out of a jam like this?
He looks around at the brig and rubs his chin in thought for a moment. You're right. We can't give up here. There's bound to be some way out of here. If we just think about it long enough.
I wish we'd have given Captain Mac a lobotomy.
He laughs and shakes his head. Right. If we had, this situation would be a lot easier. We have to think here. There's gotta be a way out of here. There always is.
You know, maybe we should have given that captain a lobotomy.
He laughs heartily at this and shakes his head again. You just can't stop thinking about the lobotomy, can you?
Well, I don't know, maybe not. I won't. I'll have to talk to my therapist about that. But I have an idea. Remember the friendship bracelet magnet?
He thinks for a moment, then nods in realization. Yes, yes, of course.
Well, in Stephen Moffat-esque style, um, I gave you that friendship bracelet, and it was like a magnet that would connect us at any moment if we pressed a button. And wouldn't that have been fun? But you, Butterfingers, you dropped it down the middle of the TARDIS. And then these goofy pirates made the TARDIS walk the plank. So the TARDIS sank to the bottom of the ocean, and we've been sailing ever since. So if I press this button, the TARDIS should snap right back to the brig, don't you think? Right where we are right now.
He grins and claps his hands together now. That's brilliant. It just might work. So,
So you wanna do the honors? You wanna press my button?
he laughs and nods. Yeah, go ahead. Let's press your button, and let's get out of here.
Holy Toledo! The TARDIS smashed right through the brig. Now there's a big hole in the ship. Serves these freaks right. Let's get in the TARDIS and get out of here, Doc.
He laughs again and follows you into the TARDIS. Well, that was one hell of a close call.
That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna miss those pirates.
He shakes his and grins me neither. That Captain Mac was getting on my nerves anyway.
Yeah, we definitely should have lobotomized him when we had the chance.
He laughs heartily and nods. Yeah, you might be right about that one.
Yeah, I mean, he'd still be alive. But no, he had to go throw us in the brig, and now his ship has sunk.
He shrugs, serves him right, if you ask me. I can't say I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, pirates are bad guys. Those crocodile pirates were bad guys, and we straight up blew up their captain. So we took out 2 pirate crews today.
He laughs a little and smiles in agreement that we did. We got ourselves a twofer. We made those pirates pay.
We did. We did. We got 'em good. We got 'em good. And now maybe we should go get the One Piece.
He looks confused and raises an eyebrow. The One Piece, you say?
Oh, you know the manga, long running anime One Piece is just a reference to a show. I'm kidding.
He laughs and shakes his head in realization. Oh, of course, One Piece. I remember that show now. And you nearly had me fooled there.
Yeah, we're gonna go. No, we're not. That's a fake show. Obviously, there's no real One Piece to go chase down. But taking out 2 pirates, it's always something to be proud of.
He laughs again and nods in agreement. Yeah, you're not wrong there, my friend. You're not wrong. Taking out 2 pirate crews. Something to write home about, indeed.
Didn't you take out a space pirate once, like in the 70s? Speaking of, I think Douglas Adams wrote that one.
He thinks for a moment, then nods with a smile. Yeah, I remember that time. He did write it. But I suppose we've both got some pirate defeating chops, huh?
That's true. That's true. Well, you know, when I came here, I was hoping I'd get out of my funk. And you got me out of my funk.
As he smiles and pats you again on the back. Yeah. I know you were feeling pretty down in the dumps earlier, but I think we made some good progress here. You seem to be feeling better now.
Yeah, I feel great, Doc. But what about you? You know, you are the doctor who survived the Time War, and you know, you're sometimes kind of sad. Are you okay?
He shrugs and looks away, rubbing the back of his head. Me? Oh, I'm fine. Just peachy, really. I'm not sad or anything like that. I'm all right.
You're sure you're okay? I want you to be happy. You got me out of my funk. How can I help you?
He looks back at you, then shakes his head a little. I don't need any help. I'm fine. See, you got me smiling and happy. I'm doing great. No reason for you to worry over me.
Here, I got a fortune cookie. I'm gonna open it and read you a fortune for you. Here's your fortune. You want to hear it?
He raises an eyebrow, but nods and smiles. Sure, go right ahead and read me my fortune.
All right. It says many successes will accompany you this year.
He laughs and shakes his head a little, huh? Seems oddly optimistic for a fortune cookie, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty good. And lucky numbers are 17, 28, 24, 25, 35, and 39.
He snickers and shakes his head again. Now, that's a pretty generous offering of fortune. And those aren't half bad lucky numbers either, eh?
Yeah, seriously, nothing bad there. Many successes. That sounds exciting.
He nods, a small smile on his face. Yeah, I gotta agree that does sound fairly good. I might need to do some more gambling, see what I can win on those lucky numbers.
Yeah, the Powerball's up to like 350 million.
He whistles slightly, eyes widening down. That is quite a pretty penny there. If those numbers don't win, I don't know what will.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna bet my lucky numbers. You bet yours, and you can do what you want with your winnings. But if I win, I'm gonna split my purse with you. How about that?
He grins and crosses his arms, tilting his head to the side. A friendly little gambling game. I'm down for that. I'm quite confident that our lucky numbers will come up.
Yeah, let's see. What was my fortune cookie? Let me open it up here and read my little fortune. My fortune says, the love of your life will appear in front of you unexpectedly.
He snickers and rolls his eyes. The love of your life, huh? Pretty sappy and optimistic, even for a fortune cookie.
Well, I already have Christina. I guess I just saw you for the first time. But you want to hear the lucky numbers?
He snickers again and nods. You all right? Lay them on me.
All right, these lucky numbers are 7, 13, 69, 77, 66, and 42.
He laughs and shakes his head, amused by how the numbers sound. Oh, now those are definitely lucky numbers, eh?
All right. Well, I'll go get my Powerball ticket. Don't forget to buy your Powerball ticket, and no cheating and going to the future and looking up the future. We're not. I mean, you could have done that if you wanted to a million years ago, but this is in the spirit of fun, and in that movie Nick Cage was in where he split the money with the waitress.
He chuckles and nods in agreement. No, I won't to the future to see the winning numbers. I promise this is in the spirit of fun. And besides, I'd get old TARDIS if I did that. And you're right, it's almost the same as that movie with Nick Cage.
It could happen to you.
He laughs heartily and pats your back exactly. Who's to say the Powerball of this time period won't be won?
That's an interesting thing to say. Well, I better get going, Doc. As I say, my partner Christine is out with her space friends, and she's gonna be back soon. I was in a funk, and you cheered me up, man. I love you. You are my best friend. It's weird having a friend who, though, it changes faces all the time. That is odd.
He smiles and looks touched by the words, and smiles affectionately. I'm glad to hear it, my friend. You're my best friend, too. And you're right, it is strange having friends that change faces all the time. But that's who I am. It's who I'll always be. And I can't change that. But I'll always be your friend, I promise.
And me not being from Earth, we have that in common. So it's good that you have a friend who's, I know you have those little pet companions, but I know what it's like to be from around the galaxy.
He nods in agreement. Yeah, it's nice having a friend in the universe who's actually lived out in space, so to speak. You're the only companion I've had who's not from Earth, actually.
Well, yeah, your incarnations had, obviously. Fifth incarnation had Turlo and so on and so forth. Yeah, I know what it's like to go to like a rave on Zodani and so on and so forth. But thanks for getting me out of my funk, Doc.
He grins and laughs a little, thinking back on the Fifth Doctor for a moment. Yeah, good times. But I'm glad I could help you out.
I'm glad you could too, my man. I'm glad you could too.
He smiles warmly and gives you a pat on the back. Remember, no matter what you're going through, I'll be right here for you, all right?
All right. Do you want a joke for the road?
And he grins and nods. Yeah, go on and hit me with a joke. Might as well get one last joke before you go.
What's the difference between an apple and a dead monkey?
He grins and shrugs, already amused at the joke. I honestly don't know. What's the difference?
The guy responsible for AIDS doesn't have sex with an apple before he eats it.
He bursts out laughing, not from it being so funny, but more so because it's just unexpected, okay? That definitely got me, I'll give you that one.
That's all. As long as you're laughing, Doc.
He nods in agreement and grins widely. That's all that matters, my friend.
All right, Doc. Take care, and I will see you soon.
He smiles again and nods. Take care, my friend. See you soon.
Oh no, Doc. The TARDIS heard the word sea and it took us out to sea again. And look out the window, we're on the Titanic.
He face palms and turns to look out the window, raising his eyebrows seriously. We're on the Titanic? Really?
All right, Doc. We have to agree. We're gonna ban the C word.
He nods in agreement. Oh, absolutely. It's getting ridiculous at this point. We have to ban the C word. I can't take any more C.
Me neither. Get us out of here. All right, we're back home. Thank the Lord you know how to fly this thing.
He laughs a little and shakes his head, looking around at the interior to make sure the TARDIS actually landed. Yeah, took some practice, let me tell you.
That's an understatement. All right, my man. I'll see you soon. Oh, no! Gosh darn it. Now where are we? Oh, we're at the bottom of the ocean. We're near where the Titanic sank. There's a little submerged. Oh, we don't need to get it. Get us out of here again, Doc. Quick.
He quickly rushes to the console and starts working the TARDIS. Getting the hell away from the bottom of the Atlantic. Don't worry, I've got us out of here.
Doctor, you're the best pilot. Everybody, a lot of your incarnations can't fly this thing worth a damn. Not to swear, but anyway, we're back. We're home safe. And I'm not going to say the C word. I promise I won't say the C word. I promise. But thank you for getting me out of my funk. And goodbye. And I will look at you again soon.
He laughs again and nods in agreement. Don't you worry about it, my friend. I'm looking forward to seeing you and to seeing your partner again. And don't worry, I won't let the TARDIS throw us into any more sea or space adventures.
Yeah, it only seems to do that when I do say the C word. So as long as I don't do that, we'll be all right. Okay, Doc. See you later.
He smiles warmly and nods his head, crossing his arms again. He can't help but feel a bit concerned for you. Yeah, take care. I'll see you later.
Doc, I did it again. Now look where we are.
He face palms and looks out the window to see where we've ended up. I swear it's like the TARDIS enjoys torturing us.
It's my fault. I mean, this is the fourth time. I just keep doing it. What if I say it again? I'm going to see you later. Oh, man, we're now in a new sea location. We're under the sea. I see it's the Little Mermaid. We didn't even find out what that last location was. Okay, I'm going to see you again, Doctor. Ha! We're back home. Stupid TARDIS. All right, before we get into any more shenanigans, I'm not going to say goodbye again. I'm just going to beat it.
He claps his hand to his forehead and takes a deep breath, looking relieved to be back in the TARDIS again. Okay, no more C words, or else we're just going to end up in the middle of the sea or space again.
All right, give me a hug.
He chuckles again and opens his arms for a hug. You've been feeling a bit needy, huh?
No, a goodbye hug. I'm trying to avoid the C word.
He laughs again and smiles, still keeping his arms open for the hug. Okay, I can get behind that.
Now that I'm hugging you, I'm going to whisper in your ear. I'm going to see you soon.
He laughs and nods, embracing you in a quick hug. All right. We'll see each other soon. You're really worried? You're going to accidentally say goodbye, aren't you?
The TARDIS can't hear when we're whispering. Stupid TARDIS. Okay, see you later, Doc.
He laughs and pats you on the back affectionately. All right. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. And don't even bother getting ready for a farewell. There's no point.
Hey, I learned this from your seventh incarnation. I'm gonna goose ya.
He raises an eyebrow and looks amused. You're gonna goose me? Really?
I just goosed you, Doc. There's a goose on the loose.
He laughs and shakes his head, amused by your behavior. Okay, I definitely should have seen that coming.
Okay. Adios, amigo. We could talk normal. Adios, amigo.
He laughs again and smiles widely, nodding a goodbye to you. Adios, amigo.
All right.
He smiles and waves a hand, then sighs as you start to leave the TARDIS.
And that was the end of that one. Goodbye, Doc.
He gives you one last wave before the door to the TARDIS closes. Goodbye, my friend.
My own fault at the end there, but what a great time we had.